Do you know why it's so easy to hold on to a job sometimes? Because everything's already set up for you. Do you want to know why it's miserable to have a job sometimes? Because everything's already set up for you. You know, there's already like a layout of how you're supposed to do things. There's a layout of how the company runs, and there's not really a system that you can set for yourself. There's no trial and error, you know, on your end that you can really put into another system. Like if you err too bad, you get fired. It's not really set for you to experiment and learn and put things in place that work for you. And that's the daunting thing about creating your own business, is because in order to do that, you have to create your own system. Nothing's set out for you already. Nothing is already laid out for you. You gotta do the work and the due diligence, the research, and take a step back and view out your life and what you want, and then lay it out yourself. As I make this film, I see more and more of the system that I've laid out come into play, and the way that I do business, and the way that I conduct and network with all of my crew. It's about the art, but it's way more about the display of it and how it's supposed to come to life. And in order to make art impactful, you have to have a system in place. You have to have a proper layout. What I find most fulfilling about my work are two things. One is the process. It's just been fun, just, you know, cooking up ideas, brainstorming, editing, and, you know, even talking to a couple of other creatives and, you know, getting their input and their feedback on things. I love the process and how it connects people together.
All right, wrapping up Super Light. This should be the last day of editing. I just flew out to North Carolina to come help Gianna put the final touches on it, because, you know, you can't get nothing done without the star, you know? That's me.
Turn it. It's lit.
Put my mastermind to work real quick, and then we're gonna finish this up today.
What up, fool? What up, man?
Good.
The other thing that I love and that's fulfilling about my work is actually putting it out. You know, putting out the final product and letting the world see it. I think it can be nerve-wracking at times, but you know, what good is the journey if you don't get to the finish line, right? Like, what good is the marathon if you don't finish the race?
All right, so pretty much, I thought it was a great script. Like I said, the editing that we got done so far is real good. Only thing is, and I said this before, I think it drags on a few parts, maybe like 4 or 5, maybe 6 different parts. It drag. They drag unnecessarily, meaning for simple math, if it was 20 seconds long, we can get it down to 10 seconds long and still keep the same exact emotion in it, you know? So like we can remove certain words. You're basically saying the same thing more than once in certain things, you know? So we gotta cut that down so that the person watching this doesn't get bored. You know, we have a short attention span nowadays. You know, music is shorter, movies are shorter. Nobody watches things that long when we get too bored. So we also got to add like certain environments, like sound effects and things like that, so people don't get too bored, because it was just dialogue and that's it. There's nothing going on in the background. There's nothing, no funny sound effects when you swipe and things like that. All that has to get taken in to make us attentive to the whole dialogue without falling asleep on it. You know, so that's what I got. That's the major thing, is like shortening things, and there's other things that we gotta do, just make things look real, make it look cohesive. Like the pictures, I was looking at the pictures, the Super Light pictures. Like if you see that picture right there, you looking at the screen, you see how it says Lincoln Love right now, but you see there's 2 different pictures.
Yeah.
It wouldn't look like that on the app in real life. Okay. You get what I'm saying? It would be a black screen by itself, and then when the next picture comes up, it'll say Lincoln Love again. So what you gotta do is, we gotta take each individual picture, add the Lincoln Love, add the the minus sign, the star on every single picture, so that way when the picture moves, the minus sign and the plus sign, everything is moving along with it. Then there's a black screen, then there's a new picture. You get what I'm saying? That makes it actually look like you were actually on the app. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta do that. I think it's like, if I counted, it's about probably like 9 to 12 pictures like that. Hold on, that's paper. I love the sound of paper. That's that Cash App paper. All right.
So I always like to put that challenge on myself to actually finish the race, actually finish what I started. There are a lot of people that are in my line of work that they have so many good ideas, great ideas, and you know they started out, and for some reason or another they don't finish, you know. And I just try my best and my hardest not to be one of those people. And not to say that there is like anything against them. It's just more so I really want my voice to be heard. And no one's gonna hear my voice if I don't put it out there.
So I basically came out here to North Carolina today to basically do the final edits. I flew in this morning about 7:30, and I'm gonna leave back tonight about 7:30. So it was really just to come in and do the final touch-ups and kind of just make sure that everything, you know, meets the standard, you know. Me and Jenna, we bumped heads on a few things. I want certain things to go one way, he wants it to go another way. But, you know, that's what it is. At the end of the day, he has creative control over the project. You know, I'm just there to make sure that his vision comes to life. So at the end of the day, I know it's gonna come out sick, it's gonna be a great film, and we just, right now, the next step is try to get this film into different film festivals and whatever it is we could do, you know, maybe even some TV opportunities and Netflix opportunities, who knows, we'll see.
So, I was thinking, like, for Act 3, like, one of the things you're touching on when it comes to, like, making things shorter, but, like, still delivering the message. Like, for example, like, I heard when I say, like, you know, you have no idea what type of predicament you're putting me in right now, and then the next scene showing her on crutches, and I'm like, see, this is some bullshit. I could cut that out. Like, I could be like, you have no idea what predicament you're putting me in now. Cut that out, cut the bullshit part out, and then go straight to Maria where she notices the girl doing the same thing, and then, you know, like, you know, so something like that, for example.
Yeah, something like that. Honestly, I didn't think Act 3 was too long though. I don't think Act 3 it might have had like probably 2 things that I said to cut, maybe not even 2 things. It was more so like other acts.
Okay.
You know? If you could save time anywhere, let's do it. You know, especially with it being a short film, we wanted to keep it as short as possible, you know, so that there's no problem trying to get it submitted to the film festivals and things like that.
As far as the song, the montage song, you're saying they didn't go with it, need something a little bit more lighter?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll play some new tracks that we got.
So cutting down certain clips, cutting down certain songs, picturing, ordering that better. I think
we have to go to like resize.com or whatever that is. Like all these pictures got to get cropped out to be the same exact size.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every single picture, no matter who's on the picture.
Yeah.
Like sometimes some of your pictures are real wide.
Yeah.
But they can get cut out easily because like there's like other people in the background. You know, not that there's an issue that there's people in the background, but just making it the right size will help. 2 things. 1, it looks more real, and then 2, you don't even need the extra people in the background anyway. So yeah, all those pictures just go like on resize.com or whatever, and
people in the background.
like for example, that red car that you posted up in front of.
Okay.
There's people in the background.
Yeah.
Now on a regular picture, there will be people in the background, so that's not really a big deal. But the picture is already so wide that we don't need to have that person in the background anyway. We might as well crop that to where that comes off. You know, you cut that off. You feel me?
I meant to put it like that originally, kind of like, oh, this app is a little different from others, where like the only thing that changes is like the name in the bio and the photo. Like it all slides, but not like necessarily like the whole thing like goes with it. Kind of like how Instagram, you know how Instagram does their new thing when it comes to Instagram shopping on Instagram, where you can look at a photo, right? And you know how it has you can slide. So you'll look at a T-shirt, and then you slide it, and then it'll have another T-shirt. But the bio, the caption will change, and then you slide it, it'll have another T-shirt. But for the most part, like you're not refreshing the page every single time you're sliding it. So that was kind of like the idea that I had going into it, but.
See that makes sense. But the only thing about that is when you're doing the film festival, you're dealing with a whole bunch of judging.
Yeah.
So people might not think that was your creative thought process. Like, he should have did this. Yeah. That's all I'm doing right now is judging. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's all they're doing is gonna be judging. Like, oh no, he should have did this. So you might have your own reason for doing it, but they might be like, nah, he just missed it. He didn't know that he should have.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we got the time to explain it or express it to them.
Yeah. Now that part right there, I would probably do that last.
Yeah.
Because I think that's gonna take the most time, and you don't really need me here for that. You already know how to use Photoshop.
Yeah.
I think right now we should just focus on cutting, kind of tweaking dialogue, moving certain things around if we need to save space, and then everything else that I got on the list. I got like 2 pages.
Okay. The way that I voice myself is through my visuals. So I have to put my voice out there for people to hear it, and hopefully they get the message that I'm trying to say. Fulfilling is the process of creating my voice, and then the actual finish line and the end point of finally putting my voice out to the world.
Up in the next 2 minutes. But no, I'm fine. Thank you.
And this is post laugh, so you got a little bit of laughter hanging when you're saying
Sean took them headphones off. I'm sorry, Sean. Yes, a car service if this guy doesn't show up in the next 2 minutes. But no, I'm fine. Thank you.
So you asked, is there a fade out, a fade in on the song Habitat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't add one.
I noticed it kind of burst in, during the dialogue with Chike.
So I added. I went back and added one.
You don't. No. There doesn't need to be one in there. It sounded like there was one in there. Whether it be the original or what you did now, like I just want to know is Habitat, the song Habitat, is that at the same volume like throughout the scene?
Yeah. So whatever you had the volume set to in the original, that's
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome.
The only thing I changed was at the end I brought the volume up.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's fine.
Now that the hey how's it going is lower, the oh shit, let me hear it again. It might be able to stay where it's at.
Oh shit. So you ain't hear the nonsense with everything else.
That sounds fine.
And some more. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's good.
Code red. Code. All right. So, are you happy with that?
I'm happy with the oh shit. Now, with the code red and everything like that, the stems are all they're all left in, right?
Yeah.
Can we test to see? Have you tested to see how it sounds if one of them's taken out?
Let's see. Oh shit. Code red. What do I do?
You hear that? So you
What were you thinking? Like,
yeah, I just you don't you hear the air in it? Like the air around that dialogue?
Remember, when the plans aren't laid out for you, you have to lay them out yourself. That takes time. That takes focus. It takes discipline. Sometimes focus and discipline aren't fun. It may just be boring. You have to embrace it. Embrace the boring work. Embrace the due diligence. Embrace the practice. Embrace the repetition and the consistency. You have to be committed. You have to be committed. You have to be committed to those nights and those days and those hours where you don't want to work, but you have to because that's who you are. You're creative. Create something. Creativity isn't always fun.
Back to work.
But it's creativity nonetheless.